Hello, everybody, and welcome to our February Association Update. It's Megan Flewellyn, CEO of the Iowa City Area Association of Realtors, and I'm here with Tyler Riddle, our 2024 president. Hello, Tyler. How are you?
Excellent, Megan. How are you doing today?
Good. Today, we're going to kick it off and get started and read over the NAR 2023 profile of home buyers and sellers. So this is a report that NAR puts out every single year at the end of the year. They review just under 200,000 sales that happened in the year prior and kind of break down some interesting statistics and demographics. So Tyler, why don't you talk us through some highlights from that report?
Yeah, some of the stats surprised me. I mean, obviously it's a national comparison and not necessarily a local. So, but some of the things that stood out, the average age of the first-time homebuyer was 35 years old. Which was higher than I expected to see. But I guess with the pricing, probably not totally uncalled for. Another interesting stat was the percentage of new construction purchases versus existing inventory. 13% purchased new construction, whereas 87% purchased existing inventory. Another thing that the report touched on was some of the most critical factors in the home buying process and what was important to buyers. A lot of it was location driven and them wanting to be closer to friends and family above almost everything else, including affordability.
Really?
Yeah, I thought that was interesting, but you know, who doesn't like to be close to their loved ones? Another stat was that 25% of buyers paid over asking price. Again, a reminder, that's a national stat, not necessarily indicative of our local market, but something that buyers need to be aware of. With limited inventory, we're still in a competitive buying period right now.
Yeah, even outside of the above asking price, I know at least 99% of those sales were at asking price. So even if it varies in the market, it sounds like no one is coming in under asking price.
No, it's an aggressive market out there, and with the supply being down, buyers need to be ready to move when they see a property that's matching their criteria and ready to go.
Yeah.
One of the other stats was related to down payment. The average down payment was 8%, which was also lower than I expected to see in that report. But, it's probably the times that we're in that are reflecting the lack of cash that people have available right now.
Yeah, I think that's a common misconception that people assume you have to have that 20%. So clearly, most people do not.
One of the last statistics outlined in the report was related to for sale by owner homes. And the median sales price of a for sale by owner was $310,000, whereas a property that was listed with a realtor was $405,000. So definitely a large margin there.
Significantly different.
Absolutely. And there's a lot that goes into marketing the property. It's not just slapping up a for sale sign and fielding showings. You need to make sure that your home is ready to go, taking care of deferred maintenance items, and the marketing is huge. iPhones have great cameras these days, but that's still not the same as professional media and offering, a showcase of what really outlines the best features of a home.
Yeah. One thing that I thought was interesting was seeing that 57% of the people that buy a FSBO home are buying it because they know the seller. And so that might speak to it too, is if without that real estate agent, are you able to market it and get the highest and best offer, or are you just accepting that first offer?
Yeah, absolutely. And if it is not a standard arm's length transaction, if you have generation selling to generation, sometimes there could be a little bit of a negotiation or lack of that may skew those numbers a little bit. But definitely an interesting statistic to know about.
Yeah.
So while it's interesting to compare or to review the national statistics that are out there, I'm excited to discuss how these stats compare to our locals in an upcoming episode that we'll do later this year.
Yeah, that sounds great.
So next, let's jump into something that I like talking about, and that's what realtors do outside of their transactional assistance that they offer to our buyers and sellers. And that's community involvement and the things that we do around the communities that we live and serve in. Do you want to touch on our scholarship program and educate some people on what it is that we do and provide?
I'd love to. So each year, ICAAR gives out several scholarships to graduating seniors in our greater ICAAR service area. The applications are open now. They'll be open until April 12th. They have 2 different types of scholarships that we give out. The first one is a general high school scholarship. So this is available to anyone who's a graduating senior in our service area can apply for this scholarship. And then we also have the Cheryl Carroll Nelson Scholarship, which is specifically for graduating seniors who are children of ICAAR members. One thing that I really like about our scholarships is while most are based on academics, ours are focused more on that community service and community involvement. So it's kind of a wider playing field, and we get a lot of applicants each year. So if you are a graduating senior, or if you have a graduating senior in the ICAAR area, I definitely encourage them to apply for the scholarship. Information, applications are going to be available on our website, icaar.org, and they'll be awarded this spring. So another way that our members can get involved in the community this season is that we have an open sign up for our next 11:05 free lunch program day. Do you want to talk to us a little bit about that, Tyler?
So the Iowa City Free Lunch Program, formerly known as the 11:05 Project, is something that ICAAR has been involved in for years. It's something that was in place before I joined as a member. And I don't even know how long we've been doing it, but
quite a while.
Before both of our times. But it's something that it gives back to those in our community that are in need and can't afford a meal, and they have a place to go. And volunteering there just recently, I know that they have a really big need right now. Since the pandemic, they've been serving substantially more people than they have in the past. So it's not just a countrywide problem where we're seeing people that don't have everything they need. It's also here in our local market. So our members have the opportunity to step up and volunteer either their time, or they can also contribute just the things that we need on that day. ICAAR has always been known as the one that does Taco Day, or the taco bar. So we need everything from lettuce, tomatoes, ground beef, shells, salsa, all of it. So you don't have to give your time to be a part of this project. Just hop on our website, check out what is there as a need, and sign up, drop it off, and you're good to go.
Yeah. 15 minutes and you volunteered, and we greatly appreciate it.
Absolutely. Or if you want to give your time, we also need that too. And I think it's really something that everybody should experience, because you get a lot out of giving back.
Yeah. So we do the free lunch program about 4 times a year. When's the next upcoming one?
The next one is on February 29th. There are still opportunities for volunteers and items that we need that day. So hop over to icaar.org and check out what it is that we need. And please, let's fill those slots up.
And that wraps up our February association update.
Yeah, thank you for joining us. We're excited to bring more updates throughout the year, and tune in next month for some exciting topics that are in process right now.
Yeah, thanks, guys.